Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 17 of Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition. And today we're going to be cooking up some Scientia style sushi, because we're going to be going back to the future. It's time for us to prepare ourselves, because once we're there, we're not coming back. We've done everything we could possibly do in the past. So we might as well just go to the future and have ourselves one last round of side quests.
Perfect timing.
Might as well just say, I should keep that photo. That photo looks pretty cool. But it's a whole round of side quests that's going to take up the entirety of this part. A whole hour and 15 minutes. That's probably why it did not. Well, this part did not show up, and the next part also did not show up, because that too is an hour and 15 minutes, as it's going to be encompassing all the new storyline battles, as well as Omega, which is heavily edited. Because you know what? Fuck that fight. I'm not going to slap 3 hours on a fight and call it a part. That's just dumb. I mean, I should be exhausted from an hour as it is. I try to do as much editing as I can, and I can only bring it down to a goddamn hour. Because after all, you're refighting enemies you recently fought between Chapter 12 and Chapter 13. Or should I say Chapter 10 and Chapter 13. Or should I say Chapter 10 and Chapter 15. Yeah, that's right. Because you fought most of those enemies in Chapter 14 while you're trying to run away from them in the world of Ruin. So now we're going to have to teleport ourselves to present Lucius to go to the new dungeon that has been released since Royal Edition has been downloaded. And that is the Lucious Ruins. You know everything we did in episode Arden? We're about to see what it actually looks like. Poor Regis. He did not deserve this. It's not his fault his great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was a dick. All he is just thinking that he's like the third, should I say, yeah, that's right, the 13th. He's the 13th of a long line of kings who's protected Lucius and Eos from the darkness. That's all he thinks about. Not once did he think of how the darkness came to be, and that it may be the gods' fault. Then again, if it wasn't for China, then it wouldn't be gods, it would be reapers. But that's not the point. Anyway, we're going to prepare ourselves, because as soon as we enter this world, it's gonna be a fist fight, plain and simple. As enemies will not, well, demons will not stop trying to kill you. And it got demons ranging from level 26 to level 46. Bear that in mind. Oh, and yeah, you can actually go back to Chapter 14 to play the main quest to get some brand new cutscenes. But this is practically what you're going to be finding. You'll have to discover the map and walk through the entirety of Lucius, so that way you will be able to see where the hell you're going. And that's all you're practically going to be doing. But then you're going to have to find a command post, which you're going to need to actually open up quests. There's 4 of them in all, and also there's a hidden item here that you could actually use to give you a shortcut to a different area and make the fast travel easy and probably help you avoid all the demons. But yes, this is our world. This is a world of ruin. Okay, these guys I have not shown off. So, these are the only people I haven't shown off. I'm only showing them off once, and that's it. Because every other enemy you have either already fought when you first came over here to Lucius in the original chapter 15, and also there are some enemies you fought in Castlemark, in all of the vaults. It's not like you're actually going to fight new enemies. And then there's the Imperial soldiers who have the Magitech armors, who are practically stationed in certain corners of this entire city. So you're not really doing too much of a thing by constantly killing them. I mean, you can stand to run. Also, bear in mind that the only reason why we're not fighting Cerberus is because we are... Oh wait, we already fought this thing. I'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, I cut that down because we're almost done with this battle anyway. And we already beaten that monster because that monster was actually a hunt! Yes, not only was that a main storyline enemy that we fought when we got here, but it was also a hunt. And now for the alternate raid to get to the Ruins of Insomnia. This one leads to the story events. So all you have to do is go to chapter select chapter 14, and that's where you're going to go to the new story events. You just finish up chapter 14 as usual because it's pretty damn short. It's extremely short. However, here's the thing. When you do chapter select, you don't have your items unless you're doing New Game Plus and you fight your way all the way up to chapter 14. You don't have all the items you got from Castlemark. You don't have all the items you got from all of the dens or whatever you... Not the dens, the vaults. You don't have any of the new weapons you got from the new content that you managed to snag from all of the DLC episodes and all of the crossover events. You don't have none of that stuff. You just have the basic stuff that you had, well no, not the basic stuff, but rather what you had last before you came to chapter 14. That's all you got, because this game has a penchant of stripping whatever armor or whatever weapon that you may have had before coming to a designated spot and keeping you from using it. So now we're about to get into a cutscene. Oops, when I did the recording, I forgot to record the actual cutscene with Core. So I stopped it prematurely. My bad. So, yeah, we're gonna be trying to kill all these Ahriman and eventually Floating Deaths. That's basically the whole gist of what we're doing here. And yeah, you can still gain experience until you reach the max level of 120. Which, by the way, you're gonna need for the final boss. Although, well, not the final boss, but rather the super boss here in the Lucious Citadel. Or should I say, not the Lucious Citadel, I mean the Lucious City Ruins. The fact that this place is ran by demons is just ridiculous. But then again, that's what happens when your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather pisses off your great-great-great-great-great-uncle. I mean, it's not his fault. Well, so I say it's not the people of Lucius' fault. It's practically your great-great-great-great-grandfather's fault for being a dick. Oh, and here is the Floating Death. By the way, the version right now that I'm playing is the fact of me playing on Chapter Select Chapter 14. Or should I say Chapter 15, seeing as how we are practically going back to before we defeated the vaults. Alright, we're going to have to follow Core to the hideout where all of the Glaives are hiding. Because the Glaives decided to finally retake the station that's in the palace before actually going on a full infiltration of the palace, defeating all the fiends. So on that note, as soon as we come in, This is going to be our home away from home while we're here. No, wait, actually we are home. This is practically the camp.
Good news, everyone! Your king has returned!
Highness! I knew you'd come back!
My liege. Your Highness, for many moons, we have eagerly awaited the coming of this day.
Brothers and sisters, brave warriors of Lucis, you've done well these 10 years. And I thank you. You've done so much, all for my sake. Even as the darkness overcame our world, we kept the light alive in our hearts. We've all lost friends and loved ones along the way, but the one thing we never lost was hope. Brothers and sisters, I ask you to stand by me and fight at my side for the light and for the future of our world.
All hail the King of Light! The Glaive's finally got its king.
I was so happy to have him back.
Yes, but none are happier than us.
Alright, now that we're here, we can actually talk to everybody in the vicinity. In order for to actually go to Cerberus, we need to talk to Core to get the key. There is actually 4 side quests you could take, whether it's here or whether it's in, well, before or after you beat Arden, basically. So long as you're here and you actually talk to all the NPCs here, there are actually side quests that you could take. For starters, this one is a collectathon. Oh boy, we're going to be doing that. And you wonder why it's going to take an hour. Because we have collectathons, and also Core gives you the key for the western gate. And not to mention, this is going to be for the Cerberus fight. We aren't going to deal with that just yet. There's at least 2 or 3 other people to talk to. And by the way, you have to beat the game in order to talk to him anyway. So on that note, the guy who in question who's looking for his key, we're going to show off where that is. So bear that in mind. Too bad this key does not unlock the elevator. The master key is what we're looking for, and that's going to be leading near the entrance to the Citadel, but still, and probably in the same neighborhood as Omega. So, like I said, I'll show that off a little bit later.
Lots of Imperial stragglers left. Thought I'd clean them up.
So on that note, I'm sorry I'm talking through the cutscenes.
Earn yourself a favor. If so,
But
you're more than welcome. Just tell
this
Joseph
is
when you're
actually a
ready.
side quest to find all the Imperial bases, and you need to talk to Joseph in order to start the quest. Now, for those of you who don't know who Joseph is, if I'm not mistaken, Joseph was the one who requested for Noctis to try to hunt for beans. Oh, but we're not done. I think there's 2 more side quests after you beat the game. In fact, this part I fast forward. Actually, no, I recorded this before I recorded going back to chapter 14, because I had to go back to chapter 14 for Cerberus anyway, so I had to show those off. Remember when I went and took on all of those dirt challenges back in part 4 and 5. Or was it 3 and 4? Yeah, it was actually 3. I took on all the dirt challenges. But this is the way you needed to go, and I've already showed this off. Because there is supposedly 2 ways to get in here. One from the underground and one from the city itself. Talcott is one of those quests that you need to show off, and the other one, no, excuse me, is this one right here.
Mr. Argentum?
So this glaive will tell you about taking pictures.
With what?
Well, a group of us were trying to take some pictures of the Crown City as part of our reconnaissance.
I know, ladies and gentlemen.
Unfortunately,
it's
the
a
demons were too much for us to handle, so I was hoping
but
you
not
might
like
be able to go
Prompto
out and
taking the
snap some
pictures.
shots
No,
instead.
this is
You
a
wouldn't mind,
picture
would
taking
you?
quest
Not at all.
like Vive taking the pictures. Yeah. And he's in Lestalem right now. So on that note, here's Talcum, who was the last quest to pick up, as after you defeat all the races, Talcum will tell you about a key that you could get from Sid.
Your guess is as good as mine, but
and
when you find out,
once you get this key, all you have to do is find the location of that area where Sid is talking about.
But deep down,
so
I can tell he really wants
you
to
just
help you guys
unlock it, and that will be a place where you get a special surprise. Oh, and also we can buy the ultimate weapons here, but more importantly, you can buy items here just in case you're about to go into a throwdown with Omega. You're gonna need all the items you can get. So on that note, this is where you can get items, the other side is where you're going to get weapons. On that note, let us leave, and I'll be heading out into the wilderness in just a bit. Excuse me one sec. Before we do go out into the wilderness, there's one last thing we need to do. Talk to Joseph to make those quests for all of the Imperial bases that happen to be there, able to be completed. Once you talk to him, all you have to do is go to the base markers and just simply talk to Core. There'll be 3 specific bases you need to take, each with their own, well, prerequisite. 2 of them easy, 1 of them okay, so. Not too much of a difficult challenge. It's pretty much the super boss that's the problem here, and only the super boss. And maybe, just maybe, Cerberus, but not too much trouble. Hell, even the Lucious Kings aren't that much trouble, as you'll see in the next part. But in the meantime, this is all the weapons we can buy, and we already have them, so there's no need for us to actually hang out here. Alright, we'll start things off by starting off with the first tower. We'll get the hardest one out of the way to getting that special gift from Sid. So on that note,
this mission's going to be tough,
we just need to talk to Core and realize that we're going to be under a 5-minute time limit to take care of this base. And that's all there is to it. We'll have to clear the area within a specific time. And the security system is temporarily offline. But once the security system goes up, you'll have to restart this whole ordeal again. So as soon as you come in, you gotta beat the crap out of everything that moves. You've got 5 minutes to do so. This is not really that hard at all.
Let's pick up the pace.
You're just murdering everything that comes your way.
All together now.
Yeah, see? You're just murdering enemies. You're murdering Magitech armor. You're murdering pretty much everything. The whole objective is to wipe out the Imperial Guard within a time limit. And I accidentally used Armature to climb up to the goddamn... How did I do that? How did I do that? This game is sometimes buggy. And unfortunately, there will be no bugs repaired because guess what? The king is done after this. Not this part per se, but the king is practically done because 16 is going to be the main focus of Square Enix now. And while I'm destroying this base, a special message to Square Enix provided that it's not buried under the algorithm. Stick to your guns. Do not let China, do not let anybody tell you what you can and cannot put in your game. Oh, wait, we're still going? We're still going. There's still more enemies here. Ah, crap. Let's finish this. Oh, we got extended time. Fantastic. Killed that guy. Killed that guy. Wait, no I didn't. Yes I did. I killed him. Let's see. Killed that guy. And all that's left is just Magitech armors. Good lord. But as I was saying, while I'm destroying these Magitech armors and making them my complete and utter bitch, stick to your guns, Square. If you want to make a game that's M-rated, you want to make a game that is of your design, that is of your lore, that you don't have to change anything for China nor the Western audience, you do you. You want to add fan service or scantily clad girls, by all means do so. I'm not gonna judge, so long as two things are done. One, it's the complete game, the whole game from the start, where we play from beginning to end, no DLC stories, no day one DLC bullcrap. Just finish the story, or should I say limited time DLC bullcrap like you have with the 13 saga. We just start the story, we finish the story, the complete story, and after that, we could go back and play it again to see if we could do things differently. That's the gameplay we like, as opposed to having DLC stories and they never get delivered because you decide to drop them at the last minute. And I just blew myself up, didn't I? Yep. Am I missing one? Am I missing someone? Oh yeah, I am. The guy in the turret. Are you shitting me? How did I miss that guy in the turret? Okay, now it's done. But seriously, Square, if you're going to make this brand new game, stick to your guns and don't divert for anyone.
I'm going to scout our next destination. See you there.
So long, like I said, so long as it's the whole game from the get-go and not some partial episodic game, we're good. Because you see, times are tough. And also, let's be honest with you, all these quote-unquote stimulus checks we're getting from the government, we're gonna have to pay those back. So, we don't have time for you guys to be trying to grab microtransactions from us, especially when the IRS is going to be trying to knock on our front door every single day next year. So Square, like I said, it's got to be the whole story, the complete story, or bust. Now then, since we're done with that base, we can now go to the place where the gift for Sid is. No, the gift from Sid is. And that, ladies and gentlemen, would be the Replica Regalia F. And that's what happens when you beat all the races. Now, technically this should have been a race, but it's not really a race now that I stop and think about it. It's actually you riding the Regalia, and Talcott can service the Regalia at any time. Or should I say, the Regalia F Replica because Sid made a replica of the car because he knew Noctis was going to crash it.
The Regalia? Oh, it's an exact replica.
And on that note,
Spare car stored somewhere, but I doubted their veracity.
it'll be nice to drive around the Crown City again, but there's so many goddamn potholes. Well, at least you could jump. Still, there's not only so many potholes, but there's also so many demons that could damage you. Oh, and one more thing. There's no fuel stations when you run out of gas. So if you run out of gas, you're also going to have Talca to refill the gas.
Around like this again.
Yikes. Slowly but surely we're taking the city back, but we can't really drive around like talking about it. Oh yeah, and there's no auto driving. That's right, because Ignis is still blind. So, what is the point? No, not really. Not much is the point. You're just driving around cruising. And that's all there is to it.
No, but
And on that note, we're just gonna drive to the next quest and everything will be alright except for I fall into a goddamn pit. Well, there goes the Regalia. My bad. Well, here's the thing about this quest that we're doing. We need to take 5 pictures. Now, the pictures in question, you have to be at a certain range. Now, if you'll excuse me 1 second, it's about to get a little bit hot up in here. So, on that note, I will be right back. I just need to cool off. Yeah, you see this tombstone here? You have to take a picture of it. Oh, and upon reading the tombstone, you see the rogue. Oh, that fight. Oh god, you're gonna get sick of seeing the rogue, the fierce, and the mystic. I can assure you that. If you've already haven't played episode R, you know where that is. Now see, here's the wrong way of doing this. You need to take a picture. A solid picture of of a zoomed out, not zoomed in, zoomed out area. And not to mention, Ignis should not be standing in the way. Of course, he wouldn't have to worry about the flash or anything. But we need to have it zoomed out. Like what you're about to see right here. So, we're going to zoom this out and we're going to take a picture. There we go. And that should be number 1. And I crashed the car, so we're going to be walking. So expect a lot of cutting. Onward to the second photo. And needless to say, as much as everyone thinks that Arden doesn't stand a chance, he knows this. He doesn't care. Alright, next photo. Same thing, just like the second photo. Just like the second photo and obviously the 5th photo. All you have to do, zoom out, take a picture, boom, done. That's photo number 2. Doggone it. He was sleeping and now he just woke up. Alright, on to base number 2 since we're over here anyway.
Well then, let's move out.
Yeah, sorry for jumping around, but it was convenient since it was right here, so
Good.
This is actually the first base, and this is the stealth base.
Okay, but...
Well, so much for stealth. All you're practically going to be doing is eliminating all the troops anyway. If you succeed in doing all the stealth, not only will you get the, you get an AP up, or should I say AP points, but also you'll complete the dungeon no problem. So that's basically all we're doing. However, I screw up. Instead of, trying to get all the... Oh, wait! I'm trying to get these guys. And... Wait, hold on. There's 3 more. Ah, damn it! I was trying to warp strike them! God damn it. Well, I woke up everything, so much for stealth. It don't matter. We'll end up beating them all anyway. If I would have stealth killed all of these, well, guess what? I would have actually, beat the entirety of this dungeon very easily. But something happened where I charged this, warp kill instead of actually, you know, doing the stealth kill. Oh, and by the way, there's a magneton here as well, in one of these bases as well. And pretty much you could get one around the city if we just destroy, I do believe, one of the Magitech armors that has it. It's not that one, it was someone else. And it's a rare drop too, so yeah. And this one was pretty easy anyway, so it wasn't under a time limit. I mean, Chorus having a facepalm moment because it was supposed to be stealth, but at the same time, we only have one more base to deal with. So we'll worry about that later on in this part. Oh god, accidentally did that. Sorry guys, sorry, my bad. Moving on. Alright, this is what the site where picture number 3 is supposed to be. And I accidentally took the picture before recording. My bad, but where you need to be is right here where Noctis is standing to take the picture. And when you do take this picture, hold on, let me go to archives right quick. Your photo, wait, where's the photo? Oh, up here, idiot. Anyway, not auto snapping. Yeah, this is what your picture's supposed to look like. And this is the point of view you're supposed to take it from. On that note, let's move out to the next picture, I guess. Or we can just go to the next Imperial base, it's closer. The second base is the last one, so all you have to do is just come in and break shit and blow shit up. That's it.
Good. The Empire's using this facility to store their arsenal.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is all primarily to get you some experience points so that you'll be able to try to, I think, remotely rank up. But here's the problem. The rest areas don't give off multipliers. Yeah, that's right. All the rest areas do not give off multipliers. It's just one-time multiplier, and that's it. Oh, and by the way, you are not eating anything in the rest areas, so there's no food. So Ignis can't cook any recipes, which is sad. Oh, and by the way, seeing as how the last area is a storyline area, you can't switch over to Ignis or Gladio or Prompto anyway. And why in God's name is it still not dead yet? It's no HP, for God's sakes. Let's head to the destination and keep going. And now, we've got 2 of them. Yeah, see, it's the mech right here that I'm trying to fight. That's the one with the magneton, not that one over there. And by the way, just like with Gladio, you have cores, tech available, basically, or tech ability, that's what I'm trying to say. I just need to dodge, or at least learn how to dodge. But these Imperial bases are nothing. They are pretty much, like I said, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I'm gonna stop saying that now. This one may be a little bit more difficult because he tasers the ground, but hey, even then, he too could get hit. I'm trying to also warp strike that one particular part of him so that I could blow him up with a firebomb. Ooh, I broke off his turret. Fantastic. Oh, we're doing some serious damage now. Ouch. I just got seriously hit, but we got everybody. And we've got all of the bases, so that's it. on that note, we no longer have to worry about that particular stage. By the way, why are we doing these quests? Real simple. If you do these quests, or at least do Core's quest, I do believe Core will come to your aid in the middle of the Cerberus fight. If I'm not mistaken, if you at least do this quest. So on that note, let's return back to Joseph. All we have to do is go back to the rest area and talk to him. So one quick teleport away, and that's all we need to do. And well, unfortunately, we'll have to go upstairs too. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, these missions aren't that bad. They're pretty easy. The only true test is you actually going around killing demons left and right. And once you deal with the super boss, that's it. You're just practically killing demons for the sake of killing demons. There's no hunts, none of that shit.
I would join you boys.
So on that note, I'll be back. And here is the Flame Mouth Cannon. Might as well get that before meeting up with Joseph. And we need to go back in time to upgrade it. I'm pretty sure we needed a dynamo for it. But whatever the case, now that this mission is over with, if you are going on to the storyline route, then in the midst of fighting against Cerberus, Core will come to help you. I think it's either this mission or having to complete them all, but I do believe that Tau kits can't be completed until you beat the game, so it's practically the first 3 missions there. If you complete those, then Core will come to help you. But one of the main ones is basically the whole entire thing with the basis. Now then, there's one where you have to collect batteries, and we need to find the glaive. By the way, to anybody who's playing Comrades, it should feel familiar to you, because finding batteries is what you're doing throughout the entirety of Comrades in order to actually empower Lestalem so that you could go on quests, increase the amount of power you have to the city, and more importantly, get better goods and items. Because after all, Comrades take place while the king is, or should I say Noctis, well, same thing basically, is in hibernation for 10 years. So on that note, we'll need to talk to this glaive right here, and we'll start the mission immediately.
So you must be the glaive she was talking about.
I feel like I know you somehow. I also vaguely recall making their acquaintance.
Were they this talkative last time we met, too?
I'm not sure, but there's no point dwelling on the past. Right now, we're on a mission.
Well, I had to actually leave some parts in because, or should say some parts without commentary. Because after all, that actually is a fourth wall breaking moment. Because the glaives actually did talk in Final Fantasy 15 Comrades. Now then, this is kind of an easy mission, and I say kind of because you're going to end up running into enemies
This it?
that will definitely try to ambush you while you're trying to search for these items. You know how things go. You're searching for items and all of a sudden enemies appear and they're scattered far and few in between.
Found all there is to find.
I mean, 3 are scattered in one direction, and there's 3 more over by a Yojimbo, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, those things are back. Speaking of which, there's the guy right there. You know, I really do not like these. Oh, goddamn! It would have been just like back in the vaults. I mean, that one vault where there was nothing but goddamn samurai, and one of them ended up insta-killing me. Well, some things never change, goddammit. Some things never change. Shit. Why? Why can't things ever work out the way I want them to? Jesus Christ. Last time I had the "we'll be right back" thing. This time, just damn. I really hate samurai in this game so much. But whatever the case, the items we're looking for here should be in this area, and I do believe there should be one. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Oh. That's gotta be cleared out, because there is something there. Unfortunately, while those things are there, I won't be able to find it. So, let's just clear out everything. By the way, sword in hand, Genji blade. Noctis can use this too. By the way, he can use all the weapons. That includes the spell daggers and also the Lionheart. And there's a good reason why I didn't use the Lionheart in this battle. Well, in any of the battles, actually. See, I forgot to mention what the Lionheart does. While the Genji blade can do multiple warp strikes into a flurry for a limited amount of MP, the Lionheart is something like Orin's weapon, that the more you're about to die, the stronger that weapon becomes. So you have to be damn near critical, or at least like have 75% of your health before that gun actually does something. So yeah, there's that. Also, there was something in the river. I just completely missed it. It's not that I completely missed it, I just couldn't see it because there was enemies there, and also it didn't spawn. Yeah, that's the other thing. Things like that just doesn't spawn. So, we're just going to try to find the others, and hopefully it does spawn. Eventually. Because there's two other places we can go. Yeah, there is that problem with the collectathon missions that items just doesn't spawn. So on that note, let's see if we could just go to another area. Because I'm running around in circles and I probably am missing it. No, not probably, I am missing it. Because again, it didn't spawn. And look, it's not there, because it would have actually been a indicator that it would have showed up, but it didn't. Ah, good lord. I'll be right back. Well, after all the dawdling around, wait, am I hearing something? Please tell me that's not what I think it... Aw, you've gotta be kidding me. Okay, fine. Let's deal with this problem first. Let's mutilate him, and then afterwards we will go after the rest of the batteries. Seriously. Can we, for 1 minute, not have to fight a goddamn demon while trying to go through a goddamn search quest? Or better yet, have to not fight an animal or something of that nature. Seriously. Can't they just be normal search quests like every other search quest? Well, I'm just asking too much. But it's dead. And its ass is in the way, so, yeah. This is the area, so we're gonna have to wait for him to move out the way for the, thing to actually spawn. Oh, look! There it is, right here. Battery.
Found one.
There we go, and that was the only one there. Okay, now that we've got 6, let's go on ahead and get 7. Pretty sure there was another one around here some... Oh no. Ah, damn it! Why can't things ever go smoothly? It's alright. It's alright. We just need to survive this, that's all. Oh, and Ignis is stopped. Or is that Gladio? That's Gladio that got stopped. It's okay. We're doing enough damage as it is. And thank you, Genji Blade. Considering that great swords are going to be doing a lot of damage for the minor enemies here, that's a good thing. And thank God I have a lot of ethers too. But those stupid spiders, they need to go. And they need to go now. And I know just how to get rid of them! Well, it seems that Garuda is going to make frequent appearances here. Here I'm thinking it would probably be Shiva or Leviathan, or even Ramu, but nope. Oh, even Titan would actually be welcomed. It seems we're gonna have to use Garuda from here on in. And more frequently, mind you. Well, safe for work, Garuda completely destroyed the Arachne. So on that note, let's go on ahead and try to pick up the rest of these batteries. Oh, I haven't even explained about the glaive. The glaive does not have a technical art, and he is practically weak. Very weak. And we need to find 2 more. So on that note, there should be 1 more in this vicinity and 1 more over underneath the bridge. We just need to get there. I'm just taking a jog. Not trying to, but I'm also trying to look and see in every nook and cranny, because you never know where this thing is going to be. Oh, there it is, right here. Spawned right in front of the goddamn Arachnes, but I couldn't get to it because, well, death animation for them. Alright. Time for me to go for 1 last battery. Could you excuse me 1 second? We have to go back to the river. Sorry about that. My cat actually was, you know, hollering and screaming to go out, so I had to let him go. Well, go out of my room, actually, not out of my house. He's an inside cat. But whatever the case, let's just go over to that area where I killed those Ahriman and just get the item. Hopefully it spawned, which is why I'm running around in circles to make the damn thing spawn. No, I'm not kidding, because sometimes it has spawning issues. And there it is, down there. Notice it didn't spawn at all up until now.
Got it.
And that's all the batteries. So now we say goodbye to the glaive.
Should be over.
Ooh, I can't wait to see what Cindy's planning to do with
And
them.
with that,
No doubt it'll be something special.
we will also be going back to the hideout. Oh, and now that I stop and think about it, the glaives were actually talking during the earlier cutscene before you went over to the storyline to face off against Cerberus. So why that one is mute, I'm not sure. I guess he's supposed to represent your comrade, glaive, but if that's the case, they're thinking that people have actually played comrades and they didn't. And speaking of spawning, we're gonna have to wait for you to spawn. Yep, there you go.
Thank you for your help. The glaive
So
was
now,
related to have been granted the honor
I am
of
going
serving
to
under the
actually
King of
shut
Light.
up because
They
there
said
was a
teaming
reason
up
for us
reminded
to
them of all those
find
years
all of
spent
these
fighting alongside
batteries,
their comrades.
specifically for
The power
Cindy.
was all mine.
glad I was able to share the field with one of my father's
And
slaves.
by the way, we'll be getting a phone call pretty soon. Oh, and by the way, that's for actually, Prompto.
Howdy. Heard y'all was back in town.
Better late than never. How have you been?
Good. Even better now, knowing you're safe and sound.
Yeah. Hope I didn't make you worry too much.
Only a little. I reckon my suffering ain't even half as bad as what you've been through.
Anyway, we got the goods.
Much obliged. You see, I'm trying to put together a machine that'll allow us to produce a lot of light without using a lot of energy.
Hard at work as always.
Just pitching in and doing my part.
And you can count on me to pitch in and do my part as well.
Well, whatever you end up doing, make sure you don't keep a girl waiting this time, you hear?
I'll see what I can do. Anyway, thanks again. And send Sid my regards.
And that's the last time we hear of Cindy in this chapter. So yeah, she's still alive. And she's still doing repairs. So we only got like maybe 2 more pictures to take. So we're going to do that. And also we're going to show off this elevator. Because you need a key to unlock that. I need to find that key. And I will show that off by the end of this part. But first, we need to find those relics. Or should I say, we need to find those areas that we need to take pictures of. And on that note, we just need to head over to this area over here. It's not going to be a hop, skip, and a jump. It's probably going to be a long walk. So on that note, while we're doing that, there is one place we need to find first. And that is the place where the master key happened to be hidden. So we need to find that first. In fact, this is the area where the master key is located. It's actually in a safe room where no one will come after you and try to kill you. Okay, not this safe room. I think it's in a safe room somewhere else. Damn it, wrong safe room. Hold on. I think oh, it's this way. Never mind. We may end up having to run into the red giants just to get there. Ugh. And once again, these are all demons we fought. And demons that'll sporadically spawn if you stay out at night and keep fighting them. Well, at least in Eos, in the future, I don't think there's any place that's safe from the darkness. Not so long as Arden's still alive. Well, all that needs to be said is the fact that even though Arden wasn't in the wrong, he just took things rather too far for vengeance. But then again, that's what happens when the gods play dirty tricks on you and you can't do anything about him. Anyway, here's the master key. And the elevator we took, that's what this unlocks. So we just got ourselves a shortcut. And also that key can open up just about every area in the game. Or should I say, in the ruins. So you can even avoid Omega. If you don't want to fight him right now. If you do want to fight him, by all means do so. But fight him at your own risk. And we're coming down to the last few moments. There's still 2 things left to find. And we're going to go on ahead and find them. And we ended up back here, so on that note, I'll see you guys in just a little bit, because we are going to have to go over and unlock the new area in order for us to... Oh yeah, and let's repair the truck, because after all, I did wreck the truck. We're going to have to unlock the new area now that we have the all-purpose key. So on that note, let's see you there. And here I am. Here's the door. Let's unlock it. And this should lead us to the fourth and the fifth areas that we need to take pictures of. Oh yeah, and they have monsters too, so bear that in mind. Now then, the next area is here. We're gonna have to be careful, ladies and gentlemen, because there are some Naga here. Well, Nagani here, and they're gonna be guarding the area I need to go on ahead and take a picture of. How absolutely annoying. Also, sorry if you hear my cat in the background. He keeps running in and out of my room, and he just doesn't know when to sit down. He's very, very playful today. I don't know why. Oh, maybe because I'm back, or should I say, haven't actually moved anywhere. Or maybe haven't been, well, working for the last 2 days, so that's probably it. And I'm at home spending time with him, so he's overjoyed with that. However, I'm in the middle of something, and he needs to wait. Besides, I've been actually playing with him all day. Anyway, we're almost done with this thing, so let's kill it. Be careful though, it will still turn you into a toad. Heaven forbid if it turns you into a toad. I mean, almost a turd. God damn it. We don't need... I know for a fact that turd is not a, it's not a status ailment. It probably is in South Park Stick of Truth, but it's not a status ailment here. On that note, let's take this picture of this statue, and that should be our next picture, our next relic that needs to be taken. And we don't even need to zoom in, just take it like this. And snap. There you go. And finally, the last relic. That one's gonna be out of the way. As in, we'll have to make an about face and go out of the way to find it. And ironically enough, this is a save point. I'm pretty sure that we could just use all the tunnels and shortcuts to get over there. Who's to say, though? But yes, it definitely is way out of the way. So on that note, I'll see you in just a little bit. Excuse me 1 second. Alright, last but not least, we need to take a picture of this gravestone right here, which is the gravestone of the Mystic. Yeah, we took a picture of the Fierce, which was guarded by a Naga. We took a picture of the Rogue, which was sitting there all by its lonesome. And now we get to take the picture of the Fierce. So on that note, now that we took a picture of all of them, we need to go back to the glaive to tell them or show them the pictures. And from there, I wish he'd sit down somewhere. But anyway, as I was saying, from there, we could just say all of the missions are indeed finished. Whew. I've got to say, this was a whopper of an episode. The other one is just as big. Because even though I have the two...
Great. They should give us a good
storyline battles of Cerberus and the Kings of Yore
A nice trip down memory lane.
reduced to a minimum.
I guess we better start walking.
It's Omega that's the problem. Oh yeah, and by the way, we just got an item for Prompto, if I'm not mistaken. So all of the King slaves have an item. One for Gladio, one for Prompto, and one for one from Ignis. Sorry about that. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, as I service the now damaged Regalia Type F because I accidentally dropped it into another ditch again, I'll see you guys in the finale of Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition as we have the bosses to deal with. From the 2 new storyline bosses to Omega himself. I'll see you guys next time, and sorry for the wait.